Yeah, we're looking forward to this weekend. I think you work all year to get to this spot. Having a chance to compete for hockey's championship. We've had a good week of practice. I liked our game overall versus Vermont, so hopefully we got some confidence going into this weekend against Providence, who I know is going to be a tough matchup, and we just recently played them, so I don't think there'll be any surprises from them or from us. So I think it benefits both teams just recently seeing each other.
We'll start with Michael.
Hey, Coach. Just an update on Dom Fencori. Will he be available for tomorrow?
At this point right now, Dom is still day to day, so we'll have to wait till tomorrow just to see where it's at. No decision yet whether he's in or out. Still just kind of waiting on what tomorrow looks like.
Bell, go ahead.
Coach, speaking of the last Providence series, given the low percentage of face-off wins, how has that kind of been addressed in practice all week, especially including all 5 players, like you kind of mentioned last call?
Yeah, they're a really good face-off team. So it's something we've looked at. Our centers look at some video of what they do. But you got to give them credit. They're a really good face-off team. So that's something. It's just you have to work together on it. The biggest thing for us is you try not to lose it clean, and you hopefully can get some help from whether it's your D or wingers, and it's something again that we have to be better for sure, because we don't want them starting with the puck all the time.
Rich, go ahead.
In addition to Dominic, do you see any changes to your lines, to your power play and penalty kill going into this semifinal, or are you kind of all set at those things?
Yeah, I think we're good. I think we like the way the lines looked versus Vermont. I like the way the lines have looked during practice this week. So we're sticking to what we have, what we had this past weekend.
Bell?
Coach, off ice news, your name Hockey's Coach of the Year. Congratulations. Just what has that meant to you, especially in your first season in the position?
Oh, thank you. It's a team award. It really is. It's a team award and a coaching staff award. I think, first year we won the league, so I think that certainly helps. But for me, like I feel, fortunate with the coaching staff I have around me. I mean, like when I got this job, I got lucky. I wanted to hire Joe and Kim and got both of them, and they've been huge for me. Obviously, Joe being around the college game for a long time, he's been a huge help to me in my first year. Kim as well, knowing him, working together in Boston, I know what kind of value he adds. So it's been awesome. Those guys have helped me a lot. It's a group effort. We work together all the time. We don't always agree, so that's a good thing too. They have their opinions, and I listen to them a lot. Doug Friedman too with Hockey Ops helps us a lot, so he's been great. I worked with him last year, and then Brian DeCourt, our goaltending coach, has been good. It really is a group effort, and even Ken Whittier, he's our strength coach. He's a huge part of our staff and what he does, and trying to get the culture the way we want it here. He's one of the best at it, and he means a lot to us. And at the end of the day, it's the team, it's the players. Especially having an older group, and for those guys to come back and they're buying into a certain way we want to play, and they're holding themselves accountable. It's made my job really easy, so I give them a lot of credit. So it's really a team and the world more than anything else.
Gracie, go ahead.
You mentioned that PC is good at the dot, but what are their other strengths, and what are you hoping BU improves upon from their last series?
Yeah, they're hard to play against. They're good, really good forechecking team, really good team in the neutral zone. They stay above the puck. They're physical. You have to get inside against them in the offensive zone. They'll try to keep us away from the net. So we have to make sure that something we've gotten better at recently is getting to the net and getting inside. I've talked about it before. In those games we were struggling, I thought we were too perimeter. So it's something again that we're going to have to make sure we get inside, because that's what they're good at. They're good at keeping you outside and keep you away from their net.
Rich, go ahead.
Coach, the only rough patch of the season was at the Bean Pod. I was just wondering, are the kids extra excited to get back at the Garden and kind of show what they're really capable of?
I think so. We haven't talked too much about it. I think we've really always just tried to look at the next game. I don't know if it really matters where it's at. I think our guys know this is a big game, and I'm sure they're excited to get back there. But it hasn't been something we've really addressed or talked about. It's more, I think our guys will be ready.
Michael, go ahead.
Coach, Providence was third in the entirety of the NCAA in shots, at least like shots that were towards the net. Like, how do you see your forwards in particular making sure that their players stay to the outside for those shots, so it's easy for Drew to stop?
Yeah, there's no question. They funnel a lot of pucks to the net and to the crease. And, we have to make sure we're doing a good job with our sticks and making sure we're working back to the middle of the ice. They've been good at it all year long. So we have to make sure we're clearing guys out of the front of the net for Drew so we can see the puck. But it's something that we've talked about. We know, just seeing them, we know how they play. So, but it's something that's a strength of theirs.
Andrew, go ahead.
Hey Jay, I just wanted to know how practice is going this week. I know there's a fight being staged at Agganis Arena tonight. Has that disrupted you guys at all? Does the Garden make practice available to the 4 teams on the day before a game?
There was no ice at the Garden today either.
Okay.
We're very lucky that we have Walter Brown. So the beginning of the week was fine for us. We had to go over to Walter Brown today, but that happens to us once in a while. It's very easy. We walked over. We just got back from practice, and now our guys don't have any issue with it. It's sometimes fun to mix it up and go over and practice over there. So, no distraction at all with that.
Any other questions for Coach? Andrew, go ahead again.
And just to clarify, just because I was at the game Saturday and that injury to Dom looked really, serious. Do you anticipate him being back this season?
I do anticipate him being back this season. So, whether he plays tomorrow night or not, well, it's still to be determined. I certainly hope so, but right now it really is. He's still day to day. So we'll have to wait and see tomorrow if he's ready to go or not. Knowing him, he'll do everything in his power to try to play. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does.
But I mean, that must certainly be good news. I mean, after what we saw on Saturday, to know that, he's not done for the year, because it certainly looked like that could have been the case.
No question. He's obviously a huge part of our team. He's our captain. Means a lot to our group. He's very tough to replace Don Fencori. So very happy with the news that we do think he's going to be back. It's just whether it's tomorrow or not.